Hello, my simming friends. My name is Sarah, and today I am doing a video focused on Create a Sim in The Sims 4. Now, this isn't really my usual type of video, since I consider my Create a Sim style pretty basic, but I was really in the mood today. So, this is Cora Petrovitch. Before I created her, I randomized a few times to decide her aspiration, traits, and background. She is an adventurous, jealous sim, and she is also a bookworm. I made her want to be a public enemy since I thought playing a criminal would be really fun with this particular set of traits. The first thing that I ever do in CAS is I make the head a bit bigger, since for some reason the Sims tends to default to kind of small heads. Then I fine tune all of the details as I like them. With Cora, I was focusing on her strength of personality. With her adventurous attitude comes a lot of self confidence, and I wanted to show that through both her facial features and her makeup and clothing choices. For her face, I wanted a strong profile and brows, a confident, if not particularly kind, look. I played around with two different custom sliders to achieve this, both of which are linked on my website, WitchlingSimmer.com, to adjust brow width and lip shape. I didn't initially finish with the face and all the skin details, but instead I ended up moving on to her makeup look and some of her outfits before going back, I believe, twice more to change her face a bit and add skin details. I struggled quite a bit landing on a clothing style for her. I knew I wanted something a bit utilitarian so that she would be able to move and fight in her job as a criminal, and I didn't want any particularly flowing or flimsy fabric that might cause her to get caught when she's in a struggle. For the same reason, I didn't want hair that was overly long either. Her different piercings are a bit more of a risk, but considering that she takes a lot of pride in bold and unique makeup looks, I figured she's probably confident enough that she can protect her face and we could risk it. I went back and forth for quite some time on what exactly I wanted her to wear before I finally landed on the sports jersey that she ended up wearing. I paired that with a first fits kit conversion for both her hat and sweatpants and a pair of white sneakers. I believe I also have the first fits conversion linked on my website as well, since I have developed a complete mods and CC list that I keep there. But the only things not linked at the moment, as far as I know, are my cast room replacement, default underwear replacement, and the standstill in cast mod, since I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be keeping them in my game. Once I finally managed to get that everyday look sorted out, everything else fell into place quite neatly. I fine tuned her face a bit more before working on her formal outfit. I knew a wedding was very unlikely for her anytime soon, so I figured that any formal party she would go to would be a work event, and that she could probably stand to look a little saucy when working with the criminal underbelly of SimCity. So she went all out with the short red dress and bold eyes and lips. I wanted her makeup look to reflect a lot of different metallic colors, since I figured that as a criminal and a thief, precious metals are probably something she's rather fond of. It was at this point that I added the last finishing touches to her face, adding two different nose overlays just to really emphasize the strength of that feature before moving on to the different outfits. Athletic wear was very quick, nothing too fancy, and the same can be said of sleepwear and swimwear. Her party wear was basically a more casual version of her formal outfit, with similar colors. I really loved using autumn tones for her. A lot of reds, golds, bronzes. They suit her very well and aren't something I normally use all that often. I imagine Cora as living in Evergreen Harbor and maybe growing up in a very tough household before striking out on her own. I don't think she's a very sympathetic person by any means. But even though she doesn't always, or even often, do the right thing, I still find something charismatic in that adventurous spirit that she has. A lot of her clothing options tend to be a mixture of almost business casual and punk aesthetics, both of which are very confident styles. And I think it somehow manages to all pull together for her, even though those two styles seem very disparate to begin with. I placed Cora very briefly in Evergreen Harbor just so we could see her in her natural habitat, as it were. But I plan to add Cora to my 2023 save file, where I've been playing a number of different households just for fun. Cora will hopefully grow to run her own criminal club in that save, and maybe even ally herself with the vampires or werewolves if she can. If you like this video and would like to see similar videos from me, please subscribe and like the video. Drop me a comment to tell me what you think. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to hearing from you. Give me any character suggestions you have, and maybe I could create them and even post them to the gallery. Thank you so very much for watching, and have an awesome day. Bye!